Hello and welcome to this month's Ask Ateb, the show that lets you ask the questions that matter to you. My name is Tom and I am Ateb's communication advisor, and my co-host is Ali. Welcome, Ali.
Hi everybody. So I'm Ateb's Engage Coordinator, and my role is to hear the opinions of the customers, yourselves, and to bring those opinions back to the office and make positive changes based on what you've said. So we do that in a number of different ways, and some of you will be familiar with these ways. We do have competitions, we run surveys, often with a prize draw. We run focus groups, forums, and without the lockdown, community activity days, which we look forward to doing more of in the future. And in each of those situations, you've got opportunities to tell us what it's like to live in an Ateb home.
Brilliant, thank you, Ali. Each month we are joined by a different member or members of the Ateb team, and this month I'm delighted to be joined by Lee and Clayton. Welcome both, thank you.
Hello.
In a moment we will be asking you both a selection of questions submitted by our customers, but before we do that, please can you introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your role.
Okay, I'm Lee, I'm the Money Solutions team leader. In a nutshell, my job is to lead, motivate and support the Money Solutions team in proactively managing a caseload of tenants who need tailored advice and support to pay their rent.
Yep. Hi, my name is Clayton. I'm a Money Solutions Officer at Ateb. My role is to help tenants manage their rent accounts. We look at payment plans, budgeting, benefit queries and maximising income.
Brilliant, thank you both. Okay, so without any further delay, Ali, would you mind doing the questions?
Okay, so our first question is from Helena from Pembroke Dock, and Helena would like to ask, how do you decide how much the rent is going up by each year?
So I'll hop in on that one. I know it's a natural assumption to think, because we deal with collecting the rents, that we are associated with deciding how much they are, but in this instance that isn't necessarily the case. All of our social rents are set in accordance with the Welsh Government rent setting policy. Every year Ateb will consider and consult on affordability of all of our rents with our customers. We also take into account what money might be needed to invest in our properties, our services and the development of our new homes. This is all explained in our rent setting policy, which can be found on our website. Just go to the Our Services tab on the top left of our website, then to Rent, then to Your Rent and Service Charges Explained page. Here you will find more information on rent and service charges, including our affordable rent setting policy. Once we have followed our policy and decided on any changes to our rents, we will write to each tenant explaining what level of the rent increase will be, and obviously we do aim to include as much information on that letter each year as we can.
Yes, thank you, Lee. And I can add a bit to that, actually. Being in charge of customer opinions and engagement, in January each year we do run a short survey. It's only about 2 or 3 weeks long, but in that survey you have the opportunity to say your opinion about how you feel about the price of rent. And it does actually have a concrete impact on what we do. So this year, for example, intermediate rents will be frozen and social rents will be increased only by 0.5%. And that was based on customer opinion that was told to us through that survey and through the customer forum, which you're all welcome to join.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Ali, for that extra bit of information.
That's okay. Actually, we've got another question from Helena here. So I'll just crack on. And Helena's also asking, please, how much debt do you have to be in before you evict someone?
Okay, I'll hop in on that one. Now, whereas Ateb used to have a very set approach to amounts that we would look at when we were taking certain actions, we've now got a very fluid approach on how we deal with each tenancy. And the key to it is not so much the amount, it's how you behave in dealing with us. Now, what I mean by that is that if you're engaging with us, if we consider that it doesn't necessarily matter the amount as such anymore, it's more so how you are engaging with us to help us turn that situation around. So ultimately, whereas before we would look very much on if it was a particular amount, we would look to take certain action to do with that tenancy, such as court or eviction, we're now more focused on a holistic approach in turning those tenancies around and sustaining those tenancies. So ultimately, the answer is, don't be worried if you're in debt. Everybody gets into debt at some stage in their lives. The important thing to know is that our team is there to support you in turning that situation around and finding a solution to help you get back on track. So as long as you're communicating with us, we are there to help you to turn that situation around. The only time where we will obviously need to really consider eviction is if you don't talk to us and we are not getting the rent paid, you won't communicate with us, then obviously there is a point we would have to look at that situation and think, well, we can't allow this to go on forever. So the message is, please talk to us, no matter what your level of debt is, and we can try and help you turn that situation around.
Okay, thank you, Lee. We'll move on now to the next question. Is from an anonymous customer. Do you help people to claim benefits?
I'll answer that one if that's okay. Firstly, yes, of course, we're here to help, and we've helped a lot of our customers claim universal credit, primarily, a lot over the last year or so, but we're also helping tenants with housing benefit, with council tax reduction, and particularly now, leading up to the change of tax year, DHPs for the bedroom tax. But we've also supported our tenants claiming PIP, attendance allowance, pension credits, and we're also helping people with their ongoing queries in relation to these benefits. So it's not just the new claim that you make, it's also any problems that you have ongoing with your claims for these various benefits that we're here to help with.
Okay, thank you, Clayton. So a huge amount of support there. We've got Richard now from Haverfordwest asking, do you offer any grants to help me pay my bills or to buy white goods?
Okay, yeah, thank you. I'll sort of jump in on this one again, if that's okay. I would say previously, when we were in a different role as benefit and money advisors, we had more opportunity to help people with these issues with grants and bills and white goods. But during the pandemic, we've now more of a referring agent, I would be honest with you, and we're referring to support agencies such as Citizens Advice Bureau, Pembrokeshire Care Society, who have allocated tenancy support workers on their books that will actively help people with grants, their domestic bills such as gas and electricity, and applying for help with white goods. So we do a lot of referrals also to Havant Cymru and social services at Pembrokeshire County Council. And we're also linked in with Patch as well, and the food bank through the churches. So we're helping people with food and their day-to-day needs as well through these various agencies.
Awesome. So we've got some fantastic links there, people, to our specialist organisations that are working in partnership with us. Moving on now, we've got Jess, also from Haverfordwest, has a couple of questions. Good question here. How are you helping people that have no internet access to know what help is available to them?
Yeah, sure. Should I just jump in there quick just first? Yeah, again, there are people still in the community with no internet access, and we do still have people that are helping people in the community, such as our community welfare advisor, Anya. So she's on hand to digitally support people that are not yet using the internet. We also have area officers that are in the community, and also the scheme managers. They're available to help people in their homes as well. But also as a Money Solutions team, we are regularly in contact with our customers through letters, telephone calls and text messages. And those that do have internet access, we're emailing with them regularly as well. So there's plenty of support from Ateb to people in the community, even though they may not have internet access at this time.
Okay, thank you, Clayton. So it looks like we're using a variety of different methods there to help people, no matter what your circumstances. Another very topical question from Jess here. She's saying that a lot of people are struggling at the moment because of COVID and job losses, etc. So what help are you giving people who are struggling?
Yeah, I'll jump in on that one. So, I mean, ultimately, if they're struggling to pay their rent, for instance, the same sort of ethos as I just mentioned applies, where, you know, the Money Solutions team will proactively identify people who are struggling to pay their rent. They will engage with them, see what can be done to assist them, whether it be with a benefit claim or budgeting advice. That is the main mantra of our team. However, it's worthwhile mentioning that Ateb have just created a new role in a community development team leader. Now, my belief is that that particular role will be focused on working on projects to improve customer well-being across our customer base. Now there's also opportunities recently, which I know it's not a huge amount, but nevertheless, Ateb have got involved in the government Kickstart scheme. So we are then offering an opportunity of employment to those within the age bracket of the Kickstart scheme, and I believe we have one due to start in the near future. So Ateb are looking across any available opportunities to help people get back into employment, as well as we've worked on projects before, such as yourself, Ali. I know that you've helped on employability schemes in the past, and we're always looking at ways to help people get back into employment if there are projects that we can get involved and link in with.
Thank you, Lee. And is there a specific part of the website or a number that people can call if they do need assistance, or to find out what sort of assistance is available?
Of course, if you visit our website, which is atebgroup.co.uk. Now, if you look at the tab, which at the top of the page is Our Services, there is an entire section there dedicated to rent, and you can see various sort of subheadings within that, such as ways to pay your rent and service charges explained, your benefits such as universal credit, bedroom tax and benefit cap, help managing your money, or a budget planner. And there are both our phone numbers displayed at the top of the page, such as the 01437 763 688, or the free phone number being 0800 854 568.
Thank you, Lee. And so the message is loud and clear, really, there. Do visit our website to find out what you need to know. There's a lot of information there and all the contact information that you need. Next question, funny question for me to ask, actually, because I was quite involved in this. So I'll add to this answer in a minute. But to the team, do you or will you be making welfare checks to more of your tenants or customers, ensuring they're getting all the help that they need?
Yes, so just on behalf of the Money Solutions team, we're in regular contact with our customers when we're doing our rent reviews. We're monitoring anybody that has any financial problems paying their rent. So again, we may be contacting them by phone call or by text or by email. So we're constantly checking their welfare and speaking to them about budgeting and any other matters of their life that are affecting their finances. So that is an ongoing work that our team is dealing with on a daily and weekly basis. But as you mentioned, Ali, we've got the welfare team in place as well that are also supporting the tenants in this area.
That's right. Thank you, Clayton. So we do have this welfare team that is still operating, that many of you will have heard of. We have recently phoned up a number of our vulnerable customers, and it's difficult to sort of pinpoint vulnerable customers. We've categorised people in terms of their age, in whether they've had a home adaptation, in whether they're living alone, things like that. But people will slip through the net. So we've advertised as loud as we can on our website. Do please call us if you're in trouble and if you need help. It doesn't just have to be about money, but other aspects of your home life as well. So I think that's all the questions we've got today. So brilliant. Thank you very much. I'll hand you back to Tom now for a minute.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ali. And thank you both. Lots of information there. I will stick the website address here. I'm going to point it out. It's going to pop up anyway. So yeah, please do visit our website. Lots of info on there. If you're not online, give us a call. We can help you over the phone. Absolutely. As Clayton said, we don't just rely on the internet. Next month we will be talking to our area officers from our housing team, and the subject will be: how does the lettings process work, and how are homes allocated? So that's next month's theme. If you'd like to get involved, please post your questions on this video on the Facebook chat, or you can also email us at hello@atebgroup.co.uk, making sure to mention the title is Ask Ateb. Or finally, of course, you can call us on the phone number 01437 763688 and send your questions in there. Before I go, Lee, did you want to add something? Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to sort of finish on one point. It's very unique that we get this opportunity to speak in a recorded video format with all of our customers. So it was just to really drive home one point that I emphasised earlier, and I'm going to say it with a big smile. I know sometimes, you know, when you can't pay your rent, it's really daunting and you will feel afraid or even embarrassed to get in touch sometimes. And I just really want to take this opportunity so people can hear it rather than seeing it written in a letter. It really is super important. If you are struggling, please don't feel embarrassed. Please don't think you need to hide it. We really do want to help you stay in your home. So it really is important. If you get in touch with us, we really will help you. It's not going to be a case of us telling you off that, you know, you haven't paid. That, you know, it's not about that. It's about, we understand that there are difficulties that will crop up in anybody's life and we want to help you. So please, you know, get in touch with us. We are there to help.
Thanks, Lee. Absolutely. That's a great way to end. But before I finish, I do always ask at the end of these shows, Ali, what's happening with Engage this month?
Thank you, Tom. We do have opportunities for you to join in and say your piece as usual. So we've got a couple of things going on. We've got Customer Forum on the 25th of this month, and that's open to all Ateb customers. We've got focus groups running, and we've got the coordination group running on the 14th of April. Coordination group is open to all, and that looks at the surveys that we're running. The current survey at the moment is called Practical Support Expectations, and that's looking at what sort of physical support people need in their homes, if at all. And that might be things like gardening, putting up shelves. Again, all this is available on our website. And we've got Ateb's annual gardening competition. Now, the judging for that will be on the week ending the last week of June. This year, again, it will be photographs only. We won't be coming out to see your gardens, but do please send in your photographs to Ateb, either via email or via Facebook. Remember to keep your personal details like your address, etc., private, so it might be good to send them in a private message or something like that. The adverts are up on our news and events section of our website.
Brilliant.
That's it.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ali. I'll make sure I post the poster in a moment at the end of this video, so keep watching if you want more details on that. But yeah, that's it. So thank you very much. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Clayton. We'll see you next month. See you in April. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.